Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavad Pranam. Welcome to Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Today we are very fortunate to have the association of His Grace Chaitanya Prasad Prabhu, who will be sharing the nectar from the second anga of 5 devotional services principle explained by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the topic of Nama Sankirtana. Prabhuji, please, Prabhuji. Over to you, Prabhu. Prabhuji, you are muted, Prabhu. You have to unmute yourself, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, all the devotees, I offer my respects to all of you. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Today is a very holy day. It's a holy day. It has holy and also the most holy occasion of Gaur Purnima. For the followers of Srila Prabhupada, for the devotees following in ISKCON, this day is very, very auspicious, very, very important. It's Gaur Purnima. So today, on this occasion, I feel very, very grateful to be remembered about the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the association of all of you. I thank for this opportunity. Let us offer our prayers, respects to Guru Parampara, and begin our discussion on Nama Kirtana today. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sa Agrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim Yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam. I seek prayers and blessings of all the devotees so that I can do this service for the pleasure of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his dear associates and devotees. It's so happy to know that you had started the series of the 5 angas of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught devotional service, Panchanga Bhakti. So you had learnt about Sadhu Sangha, I believe, yesterday? Yeah?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
So today we will have discussion on Nama Kirtana. Before that, because today is a very auspicious day of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami tells one very nice prayer in the Sanatan Shiksha chapters. So he's a very great poet and is especially empowered by Sri Nityananda Prabhu to glorify Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his Leelas for all the future generations' benefit. So he says in Madhya Leela, one very nice prayer. चिराददत्तं निजगुप्तवित्तं स्वप्रेमनामामृतमत्युदार आपामरं यो विततार गौर कृष्णो जनेभ्यस्तमहं प्रपद्ये. So he's telling that Chirat Adattam, that which was given practically, you cannot say that it was given only, in the sense that once in the day of Brahma, when Lord Krishna appears to Swayam Bhagavan, that time he appears also in the bhava of Srimati Radharani as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is the time when he offers the most rare gift, Chirad Adattam. It was like long back. You can practically say it was never given before. Once in a day of Brahma, we can calculate. And that is a very confidential treasure, Nija Gupta Vittam. What is that? Especially two, but you can say both are same. Swaprema and Nama. The love to Lord Sri Krishna in the mood of Vrajavasis, the Ragatmika Bhaktas, that is Swaprema, and distributing that through the medium of holy name, Nama. So the holy name is the Yuga Dharma, the Nama Sankirtana is the Yuga Dharma in the every Kali Yuga, which appears in every Yuga Chakra, for that matter. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's descent in once in the day of Brahma, it is especially the way to awaken the highest uh, moods of love of devotional, loving devotional service. Swaprema Nama, and that's why it's called Amrita. And to give this to the most unqualified people shows his magnanimity, Ati Udaraha. And he gives to Apamaram, the most undeserving candidates like us. Yo Vitatara Gaura. He is giving this, and he is who? He is Gaura. Krishno Janebhya Tam Aham Prapadye. I offer my respects to him. Can someone read the translation here, please?
Yes, Prabhu. The most magnificent Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Gaura Krishna, distributed to everyone, even the lowest of men, his own confidential treasury in the form of the nectar of love of himself and the holy name. This was never given to the people at any time before. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 23.1. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So the same meaning is also told in the very beginning of Chaitanya Charitamrita when we recite that verse Anarpita Charim Chirat Karunaya Avatirna Kalau, like that. So in the same mood, he is again glorifying it here because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this particular chapter of Madhya Leela 23rd chapter, he's going to describe the process of devotional service. So the process of devotional service which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave, which later Rupa Goswami wrote it down for all of us. It's described in many ways, many angas. He primarily listed 64 angas, and those 64, among them, we all know that the first few are considered as the doorway to enter bhakti. The do's and the don'ts are also described there. Then the last five of them are considered especially as the most potent of all the limbs of bhakti. In the Nectar of Devotion, Srila Prabhupada describes this in chapter number 13. And just before beginning to go to each of these angas, Rupa Goswami says one very nice verse. He says the power of these limbs, each of them, is so great. It is so great. It says, Duruha Adbhuta Virye Asmin Shraddha Durestu Panchake. The power of these Panchaka, five, is Duruha. It's so difficult to understand. It is Adbhuta. Its power is Adbhuta. Why? Because even Shraddha Durestu Panchake. Even a person who has very far-fetched Shraddha, means practically no Shraddha. Even that person, or with very little connection or performance of one of these panchangas, yatra swalpa api sambandha, then what it will give? Bhava janmane. It will awaken the bhava bhakti, which later becomes prema bhakti. Bhava is the precursor to prema. One very important word here told is sadhyam. Sadhyam means one who does this bhaktis with a very how do we say this, pure intelligence. Here the intelligence means to not commit offenses, to be offenseless. So these five angas, even a little performance of them, even with very little faith or no faith, can awaken prema. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught like this to the Goswamis, which they are writing. Especially at that ghat in Prayag, for 10 days, Mahaprabhu teaches the Bhakti Tattva, Krishna Tattva, Rasa Tattva, the five Tattvas, especially to Rupa, Srila Rupa Goswami ji. We are all called Rupanugas because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings are presented so very purely and for the benefit of future by Srila Rupa Goswami. So all the tattvas are based are supported by Bhagavata. So he tells in the beginning about how rare is a person receiving the opportunity to render devotional service. We all know that famous verse, Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jeev. It comes in this series only. But before beginning to say that, he says that there are unlimited, uncountable number of jivas in the existence. Some are moving, some are immovable, like trees, like some very rare type of stones, like that. Among the Sthavara and Jangama, that's what. Among those who move, very few are of Manushya Jati. Among that Manushya Jati, very, very few are those who are followers of Veda, Vedanistha. But most of them profess to be followers of Veda, but actually are not followers of Veda because they are just showing it externally. And those who are truly following dharmacharis, among them, most of them are karmanishthas. They follow for fulfilling their material desires, karma kanda. And among the many, many karma kandis, koti karma nishtha madhye, eka jnani, one is truly wanting to free himself from material bondage, and that's when he takes to the path of jnana. And later he says, koti jnani madhye haya eka jana mukta. Among the many, many, like Krishna also says in Gita, any of you know that verse? Where he says, how rare is one who
Bahunam
takes.
Janmanam Ante
Bhavana, thank you.
Jnanam Prapatyam.
Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate. So the many the greatly learned person after many lives surrenders to me, Krishna says. So in that sequence only, here he is telling, out of many jnanis, one rarely attains liberation, and out of many such muktatmas, one becomes Krishna bhakta. Sudurlabha prashantatma kotishvapi mahamune muktanam api siddhanam vasudeva parayana. So among the muktas, among the perfected souls, very rare are a true Krishna bhakta. And such a bhakta has this quality of nishkam. He doesn't desire bhakti. He doesn't desire mukti. He doesn't desire any yogic siddhis. That's why he is truly called Nishkam. And such is the rarity of bhakta. Such is the rarity of getting the seed of bhakti. That's where he says that famous shloka, Brahmanda Brahmite Kon Bhagyavan Jeev. Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Beej. The seed of bhakti creeper one receives out of great fortune, not by any effort of his own. It has to be truly attributed as bhagya, uh, awakening of good fortune, the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So such a bija, the seed, it should be very carefully nurtured. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in the same sequence how it should be cared, such a seed. Usually, when we sow a seed, we first of all nourish by watering, some manure, and we protect by proper fencing, and we ensure that no undesired plant grows around which may draw the nourishment intended for the desired creeper. So these are the ways by which the seed is properly nurtured. The creeper is tended. So here, Bhakti Lata Bija, it has to be watered. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says the water is Shravana Kirtana. Shravana Kirtana Jalaye Karaye Sechana. So that bija has to be watered by Shravana Kirtan, especially. Hearing and glorifying the name, form, qualities, and pastimes of the Lord in the association of devotees. And he says, caution, something which may harm the bija, the creeper, tender creeper. That's why one needs to put fencing. That harm is Vaishnava Parad. That could be so dangerous that it can completely uproot the whole creeper only. Upade va chinde tara suki yaya path. It can uproot, it can tear off, it can dry up, and that's such a mahapath, like that. And one should guard so that no ulterior motived plants grow, which are called weeds, upashakha, like a nishiddha achar, that which is not a desired behavior, kutinati, diplomacy or hypocrisy, jiva himsana, harming other jivas, labha puja pratishtha, desiring profit, adoration, prestige. These are called upashakha gana. One should very carefully, consciously ensure that these weeds are not growing around the bhakti creeper. So we can see in the Rupa Shiksha, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving the process, giving the very science of carefully cultivating the bhakti creeper. And in this, a Shravana Kirtana is the water, because that's where we will focus on more today in the Nama Kirtana. The Nama Kirtana is essentially the part of that watering, actually. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also continues to say that the Shravana Kirtana Adi, the Navavidha Bhakti, he says this in another instance of teaching to Sanatana Goswami. This comes when Sanatana was affected by some bodily sores, and he was desiring to end his life. Oh, I'm such a because whenever he would come in front of Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu would pull him and then he would embrace him, and he would and he would feel so odd that I am so impure, I am so disgustful, and Mahaprabhu, he doesn't see, he just embraces. I'm such an embarrassment. So he wanted not to come in front of in front of Mahaprabhu. He wanted to end his life actually, because it dragged on for more than a year actually. It was the desire of Mahaprabhu. So there, when he was thinking he will put himself in the car in front of Ratha of Jagannath and end his life. Mahaprabhu comes and he tells these verses, very nice verses. Bhajaner madhye shrestha navavidha bhakti Krishna prema Krishna dite dhare mahashakti. Please someone read.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Read.
Read
Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sanatana Goswami. Bhajanera madhye shrestha navavidha bhakti Krishna prema Krishna dite dhare mahashakti. Among the ways of executing devotional service, the 9 prescribed methods are the best. But these processes have great potency to deliver Krishna and the ecstatic love of him.
Yeah, so in the books like Hari Bhakti Vilas and many, in the Satvika Puranas, in fact more, there are many angas of bhakti told. But Navavidha Bhakti, 9 angas, are considered as very shrestha among the methods of bhajan. And among them, he goes on to further say something. Tara madhye sarva shrestha nama sankirtan niraparadha nama laile paya premadhan. Please read the meaning.
Of the 9 processes of devotional service, the most important is to always chant the holy name of the Lord. If one does so, avoiding 10 kinds of offenses, one very easily obtains the most valuable love of Godhead. Hare Hare Krishna.
So, like this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually, how do we say this? Focusing the narrow focus now is highlighting on the very specific limb of Kirtan, Nama Sankirtan. That this is Sarva Shrestha among all the types of bhakti. This we can see in Mahaprabhu's Leela again and again told. At this moment, I remember that instance of Mahaprabhu in Kurma Kshetra. When that Brahmana, seeing the ecstasy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very much moved in the heart and transformed, he was actually looking for the purpose of life. He was feeling very dejected because of the ways of life in this world, which appear so superficial, which appear without any purpose or ends actually. So he was thinking, Mahaprabhu, I will come with you and I will be so absorbed, and this will be the true satisfaction of my soul. Then Mahaprabhu tells actually there also that no, right now you have to respect your ashrama. You stay in your ashrama, but never miss out on this particular limb of bhakti. That's where he quotes that famous prayer of Brahmaji also. Sthane sthita shrutigata tanuvak manobhi. So wherever you are, stay, but you lend a attentive ear to the glories of Lord, to the recitation of the holy name of the Lord, chanting of the holy name of Lord. Hear the glories of Lord and live your life, Shruti, Vak, Tanu, Mano, Bhi. Kaya, Vacha, Manasa, you live to according to that hearing, Shruti Gata. So what it basically says is perform Sankirtana in any status of life. Mahaprabhu very much told this. Later in the same mood, it is told, what is that famous verse? Whether you are in Griha or Vana, you always chant the name of Lord Hari.
Gruheta ke vanita ke.
Griheta ke vaneta ke. Sada Hari bole dako. Always chant the name of Lord Hari. So this is so important instruction given to all kinds of people. To some he told, okay, you have a desire to renounce and you want to serve me exclusively, come. Like he told to Goswamis, he told to Ramananda Rai also. But as an universal instruction for all, he told this, Sada Hari bole dako. Namakirtan. And this Namakirtan, when at this moment when we are seeing this 5 angas of bhakti, while describing Namakirtana, Rupa Goswami, following the instructions of Mahaprabhu, he quotes some verses from Bhagavatam. In the very beginning of Bhagavatam, Shukadeva, when he's starting to speak, he's addressing that question of duty of a dying man. So he says there could be many paths, many karma jnana, all these paths, but this is told as a decided fact. Nirnit, it's like it's decided. Nirnay is made for this. What is that? That please read the translation directly. Just in for saving time, we'll read translation. Someone please read translation here.
O King, constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord after the ways of great authorities is the doubtless and fearless way of success for all, including those who are free from all material desires, those who are desirous of all material enjoyment, and also those who are self-satisfied by dint of transcendental knowledge. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.1.11.
11, yes. So we can see it's decided, it is a declared method, nirnitam. Either a person is nirvidya, means he is like a free from all material desires, or ichhata, he has a lot of desires, or especially he wants to be free from fear, or he is fearless, he doesn't care for any type of fear. Because one of the greatest fears a jiva has is fear of death. That question is also in that same mood, is it not? So he is telling Harer Nama Anukirtanam. This is the fearless way, is the doubtless way for attaining success, actually. In the same context, Rupa Goswami also quotes that famous verse from Padma Purana. Later it's quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, about the nature of the holy name, that it is not different from Krishna, non-different, abhinnatva, that quality, nama namino. It is chintamani, it is the desire fulfilling gem. Nama chintamani hi Krishna Chaitanya rasa vigraha purna shuddho nityamukto abhinnatvat nama namino. It's told here that Nama has all the qualities of the person Krishna, the Nami. What are the qualities of the Nami? He is a Chintamani. Anyone who came in front of him with whatever desire, he got fulfillment of that desire. Be it Kubja, be it any type, actually, whichever moods they came with, they got full satisfaction. Even material desires, spiritual desires, all types of desires fulfilled. And his Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. We all know that Akhila Rasamrita Murti, he has all the different types of rasa to exchange with. This is also true with the holy name. It is Purnaha, Shuddha, Nityamukta, and true is the holy name. That's why it's told it's non-different. So while describing this Nama Kirtananga, Rupa Goswami especially tells the Nama is the most accessible means to take association of Lord Krishna, the most accessible form of Krishna. In the same light, I remember that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, he had that habit after he met especially Ishwarapuri, he was continuously chanting the names of Lord Hare Krishna. And he was so addicted to the chanting that even in the morning duties time, his tongue was chanting. And that's when feeling odd to not chant at the most impure state, he holds the tongue not to chant. Then that boy called Gopal, he tells, why are you holding the tongue from not from stopping it from chanting? One should chant always. Who knows what when the death will strike, the most unexpected time, undesired time, it can happen. So one should, as a best remedy, one should always chant the holy name. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also told, Nama Gane Sada Ruchi, Kirtaniya Sada Hari. So this mood of continuous chanting of holy name with this faith that holy name is the most pure, this is one of the very special gifts of Mahaprabhu. You see, the followers of Mahaprabhu are told as Hare Krishnas. They just chant always. Anytime, anything, any event, Hare Krishna. Prabhupada told this, and he gave this mood of Mahaprabhu that one just derives great pleasure. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Prabhupada told, chant Hare Krishna. So this is one of the gifts of Mahaprabhu, that be whatever is the desire, whatever is situation, always chant Krishna's name. This he showed in his life also. At the same time, there are no rules for chanting the holy name. We all know this from Shikshashtaka. Tatrarpita niyame na kalaha. Namnamakari. So there is no niyama, there is no kala considerations in chanting. Because it is so greatly powerful, it has transcends all material conditions. So at the same time, this is also told by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. I heard this. It's a very, I found it very helpful. I'm struggling to practice. I just wanted to present it here for the pleasure of all devotees. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says in this nice book Bhajana Rahasya, I heard it in one Japa seminar, that though there are no rules for chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, be it in the mid of the night or in the most impure situation also, at the same time there are some recommendations to do this Nama Japa Kirtana to derive the greatest benefit. See, when we say Kirtana, here Kirtana involves both Japa and Sankirtana. Japa means one utters for one's own hearing, and Kirtana means Uchchaswara. In a loud voice, he chants, he sings. That is Kirtana. Especially Sankirtana is congregational chanting. Samyak Rupena Kirtana. So here he says, especially for Japa, he says some of the very helpful tips. These are never told as rules. Please note this. This is just a recommendation. Because if we say that this is the rule for chanting holy name, then we go against that principle of Mahaprabhu's teachings. Tatrarpita niyamena kala. There are no rules and regulations in chanting holy name. What was the rule regulation of the Gajendra? Or we know so many, Draupadi or Ajamila, or many like that, for that matter. So these are to be seen as recommendations. For sadhana bhakti, this if whenever possible, when Krishna is given a facility, we should try to follow this to enhance our japa. He says, manah samharanam, one of the recommendation, that is trying to keep mind um, in the most pacified state. It could be by keeping oneself uh, peaceful by good bodily rest. Uh, because I struggle. I'm trying. And pranayama, some things like that to keep the body, especially mind, in a receptive state. Manha samharanam. And then he says, shaucham, in clean state. Especially after bath, it's most helpful state for receiving the holy name. Mauna, mauna means here not to just keep mum, it means avoiding all type of unnecessary talk, especially in those morning hours. Let's not forget the goal of our life. The day is often out of our control, but the mornings, we should keep it very focused. I have seen some of the devotees who don't talk any other uh, about even other so strict about japa that they don't want to talk any other activity. Just so focused, keeping the mind and consciousness very grave, that I am going to do the most important activity which Mahaprabhu told as Sarvashreshth, Nama Japa Kirtana. So with that gravity, and then mantrartha chintanam means remembering the meaning of mantra. On this, our acharyas have described so much. We can read some japa glories, the books. Many are available. Prabhupada disciples, Purva Acharyas have written about it. The meaning of mantra, many ways it is described. I'll not go to the detail of this. Then avyagratvam, patience, not rushing through. Oh, I have to complete this and I just enter into the next activity of the day. I am excited about the other. Let me complete this. That vyagratva, that haste, uh, um, keeping that aside, avyagratvam. Yes, now I am with Krishna. I am trying to, I'm putting all my efforts to be attentive to the name. That's mantra, avyagratvam. Anirveda. Despite all our attempts, we know that Krishna and his holy name are completely independent. Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto. So they will shower mercy at their will. So understanding this, never become dejected in our efforts to focus, absorb in holy name. Often we will fail. Most of the times we will fail, but we should know that what we are doing, this most important activity, the highest activity of nama japa, nama kirtana, like this. So understanding this, one should approach the holy name. These are recommendations. I found it very helpful. I seek all of your prayers to remember this and follow it. So I just thought to present it for in this forum of Vaishnavas. So at this moment, and as a closing part, I'll just want to remember myself some of the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of describing the glories of name, how he taught it through his achara, through his devotees, through his own conduct and all. So one of them we already saw, that boy Gopala who told, "Ray, the holy name is so powerful, it can never be, made impure." Huh? How can sun become impure? Even though sunlight falls on the most dirty things, sun never becomes impure. Similarly, the holy name, like sun, is always pure. So as soon as the glory of holy name was heard by Mahaprabhu from that boy Gopal, Mahaprabhu exclaimed, "You are the Guru, you are the Guru for me who teaching the glories of holy name. You are to be called Gopal Guru. So it later becomes a Goswami, Gopal Guru Goswami, and he in his lineage he especially glorifies holy name. He has a written also about it. It's a very famous Vaishnava associate of Mahaprabhu. And in another place, Mahaprabhu also describes the story of Mrigari in the episode of Sanatana Shiksha only, about how Mrigari, the most cruel person, deriving happiness by causing such terrible violence, letting them die slowly like that, killing them like that. So such a person, when he received the Sangha of Narada, and from him when he received the Nama, what was the effect? How he got transformed. So in one sense, we can reflect on that we have the great fortune. We have received holy names from Srila Prabhupada's books, Srila Prabhupada's disciples. Many of us have got an initiation. We have received the Nama. In that sense, what is now the part is we apply to it very sincerely, like Mrigari. Mrigari broke the bow. Mrigari relied and had great faith on the instructions of Narada. I will not do anything. I'll just follow the instructions of my Guru. So accordingly, the Guru's Vani we follow as a beacon or as a guiding light in our life, like Mrigari. And the transformation, we can see what happened to Mrigari at the end, how transformed he became. And then cultivating the right aspirations in chanting. We can see this person, episode of Raghunath Bhatta Goswami coming to meet Mahaprabhu along with this person called Ramachandra Biswas. Have you heard about him? Hare Krishna. Any of you?
No, Prabhu.
No, Prabhu.
Please, can you
Those who know
explain?
can say. So Ramchandra Biswas, he was chanting always, and Raghunath Bhatta Goswami on his way back to Mahaprabhu, he was on a long travel. He meets this Vaishnav who is always chanting holy name, Ram Nam. And Ramachandra Vishwas, that habit of continuously chanting, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami becomes very affected. Oh, such a great Vaishnava he is. And this Ramachandra, he comes again and tells, kindly allow me to serve you. I'll carry your things. I will become your assistant. Whatever needs are there, I will fulfill. Please allow me also to come with you to Mahaprabhu. So, not able to deny, he takes him, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. And when Mahaprabhu, in front of Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami comes, I believe it's Raghunath Bhatta only. Yeah, Raghunath Bhatta only, I feel. So when he comes in front of Mahaprabhu, he is expecting that Mahaprabhu will see this Vaishnav, he will embrace him. He will shower his mercy on him, because especially he's chanting always. And he is assisting me, the mode of service. But Mahaprabhu doesn't even notice him. He doesn't care to give any attention to him. He's surprised. Later he understands from the words of Mahaprabhu that this person, though he is chanting the name of Lord Ram, he wants to become Ram. He wants to be God. He has in the hearts that envy to God. He wants to attain the position of God, and that's why he's chanting the name of God. It's like Mayavad. So that kind of aspiration is most harmful. So what it means is we should educate ourselves, not once, not once a while, but be reminded about the proper aspiration, what we want to attain by chanting. Prabhupada told we chant so as to chant. We chant Hare Krishna here so that we chant Hare Krishna in Goloka. So the very process itself is the end, actually. We actually desire love of Krishna. And we don't necessarily desire, even Mahaprabhu's teachings say, even going back to God it also. Mama janmani janmani ishvare. I am ready to take birth again here. Bhavatat bhakti rahaitu ki tvai. Like this. So we should cultivate right aspirations. We should educate ourselves. Srila Prabhupada and his disciples have given so much. We should take benefit of their contributions and read daily, often, frequently as possible about holy name. This is something we do so much, so daily actually. Every day we may not be able to come to temple. We should try. I'm not saying that we should not, but uh, sometimes we are far situated. Sometimes we may not get opportunity to attend Bhagavatam classes at temple. And this is a good forum wherein Sankarshan Priya Prabhu is arranging it at our homes. We get to hear Bhagavata Shravana. We are getting Sadhu Sangha. We may not be able to go to the holy places, Mathura Vas, or Sri Vigraha Seva. At our homes, we can do a small worship. We can make our homes into holy places. But this is something so foundational, chanting of holy name. We come in association to do these activities actually. So knowing this, we should try to make every day a small tiny baby step ahead in this path, and feel okay, I am trying to progress. Take help, take guidance, confide with trusted Vaishnavas how we are going ahead. All this, attend wherever, whenever possible, japa improvement forums or seminars or whatever, actually, whatever it takes and inspires us. Kirtana, all that. And especially the description of Nama Kirtana cannot be complete without the describing this great associate of Lord Haridas Thakur, Namacharya. The nishtha he had towards holy name is so great. Born in most unfavorable situation, troubled in such terrible ways by his own community people, later by the administrator of the place, the king, put for punishment, beaten many times, such ruthless manner, and then attempted to be killed. Practically, he was thrown into the river at the end. Somehow, because of Mahaprabhu's personal protection, he always continued. And later, he was tempted in most terrible way, something which no one of this world can resist. In the most dead of the night, a prostitute comes and allures him. What to talk about later when Maya Devi herself comes and proposes. So we can see the kind of tests he faced and the kind of fixity he had in the holy name of Lord. Unbelievable. Mahaprabhupada, wherever he gets the slight opportunity to glorify a bhakta, he quotes Haridas Thakur. Just see how great is the power of bhakti and the name, that this person could resist the greatest temptations, overcome greatest difficulties. Yeah, he could rise above most unfavorable situations. And he had greatest aspiration. When he was told to describe the results of chanting, he told the moksha which people consider is something so puny. It's like a shadow. But the real result is attainment of prema. He says in that Advaita Acharya's home Shraddha episode, actually. So like this, we can see the great fixity on the great faith on the holy name. That's why Mahaprabhu told he is Namacharya. And the way he observed the passing of Haridas Thakur, we can see it shows how much great love he had to someone who does this Nam Kirtan. In terms of rounds, surely unimaginable. 192. And still he would go to do preaching, he would serve Vaishnavas, he would come and associate with devotees. Unimaginable, actually. We can see in Jagannath Puri his places of bhajan and his samadhi, all that. So these are some of the thoughts about Nam Kirtan I could gather to present for pleasure of all devotees. At this moment, maybe before we part, we can quickly see some of the first two verses of Shikshashtaka in that spirit of Nama Kirtan. Where it went? Oh, I'm sorry. It went somewhere here. Yeah, okay. So we will just recite the shloka together and then we'll read the translations. Shikshashtaka's first two verses. Shetodharpanamārjanam bhavamahādāvāgnirvāpanam Shreyah kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadhujivanam Anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamritaswadanam Sarvatmasnapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Please read the translation.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Let there be all victory for chanting of the holy names of Lord Krishna, which can cleanse us the mirror of the heart and stop the miseries of the blazing fire of material existence. That chanting is the waxing moon that spreads the white lotus of good fortune for all living entities. It is the life and soul of all education. The chanting of the holy name of Krishna expands the blissful ocean of transcendental life. It gives a cooling effect to everyone and enables one to taste full nectar at every step. Hare 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 Krishna.
So after this, Mahaprabhu tells some verses which are documented. You read only translation, Prabhu?
By performing congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, one can destroy the sinful condition of material existence, purify the unclean heart, and awaken all varieties of devotional service. Hare Krishna.
You may all know the situation, context of these prayers. This is in the height of Mahaprabhu's ecstasy. This is the last chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, actually. Shikshashtaka prayers. And in that deep ecstasy, deep absorption in love of Krishna, Mahaprabhu speaks these verses. He glorifies the name as the most munificent. The most fallen can take benefit of this most powerful means, most powerful form of Krishna. And what are the effects? There are many effects described here. Cheto darpanamarjanam, bhavamaha davagna nirvapanam. And Mahaprabhu is deeply meditating, and then he says later, read the result of chanting. Please read. Yeah.
The result of chanting is that one awakens his love for Krishna and tastes transcendental bliss. Ultimately, one attains the association of Krishna and engages in his devotional service as if immersing oneself in a great ocean of love.
Ocean of love. One cannot compare to what one receives as the fruit. So, seeing this, the glory of holy name, Mahaprabhu feels, my God, what is this? I am where, and what is that which I will be attaining if I follow this? And in deep humility, he thinks about the next verse. Read Lamentation.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Lamentation and humility awoke within Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he began reciting another of his own verses. By hearing the meaning of that verse, one can forget all unhappiness and lamentation. Thank you.
So in that lamentation, he tells that famous second verse. Let's say this together. नाम नामकारी बहुधा निज सर्वशक्तिस् तत्रार्पिता नियमित स्मरणेन काल एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवमीदृशमिहाजनि नानुरागः. Please, same devotee can read. Yeah. Kindly read.
Hare Krishna, translation. My Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, in your holy name there is all good fortune for the living entity, and therefore you have many names, such as Krishna and Govinda, by which you expand yourself. You have invested all your potencies in those names, and there are no hard and fast rules for remembering them. My dear Lord, although you bestow such mercy upon the fallen conditioned souls by liberally teaching your holy names, I am so unfortunate that I commit offenses while chanting the holy name, and therefore I do not achieve attachment for chanting. Hari Hari.
So Mahaprabhu says, my situation is so durdaiva, so unfortunate that I, knowing this great power of holy name and its great accessibility, there is no kala desha niyama, and it gives the greatest perfection. Still, I am so durdaiva. Amar durdaiva name nahi anurag. Imagine something so great is made available so easily, but my misfortune is I don't have any taste for this. And that's when Mahaprabhu thinks about what are those essential qualities which one should cultivate to chant the name of Lord. That's when he says this. With this we will end. Trunadapi sunichena तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानीनमानदेन कीर्तनीय सदा हरि. Please read the last verse.
One who thinks himself lower than the grass, who is more tolerant than a tree, and who does not expect a personal honor, but he is always prepared to give all respect to others, can very easily always chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Hare.
So the quality of humility, considering oneself so insignificant, always feeling grateful for what we have received. The quality of tolerance, no matter what comes in life, we never step away from the path of bhakti. We try to strive, tolerate all kind of tribulations, be it from people around, be it from the society, from the nature, from many things are happening. And always trying to offer respect to Vaishnava, seeing them as so great, rare association, all giving all respect and not desiring respect for oneself. These qualities will enable one to take benefit of Nama Kirtana always like this. Of course, ahead he tells about cultivating right aspirations and all. We will pause here today. It's a holy day. I don't want to take more time. So today we saw in the beginning about the Mahaprabhu's description in Rupa Shiksha, the rarity of bhakta. And when we receive the seed of bhakti out of great bhagya, how one should nurture it properly with the right water of Shravan Kirtan, fencing, careful about Vaishnava aparadh, not and be very careful not to commit it. And thirdly, be careful to remove the weeds, nishiddhachar, kutinati, jiva himsa, labha puja, pratishtha, asha. So one should care for the bhakti lata like this. And among the 9 kinds of path of bhakti, the Shrestha are Shravana Kirtan Smaran, and among them especially Nam Sankirtan, Sarva Shrestha. And after knowing that the position of Nam Sankirtan, we saw some of the shlokas from Bhagavatam, how it's the most doubtless, fearless way, and how there is no difference between Nam and Krishna, Abhinatva. And then one small reference we saw from Bhaktivinoda Thakur, recommendations to take the follow to get the highest benefit. Though there are no rules for chanting the name, these are told as recommendations. Manasam Haranam, Shaucham, what was that next? Maunam, yeah. Antrartha Chintanam, Avyagratvam, Anirvedaha, not be impatient. So these are some very helpful recommendations. And then we were just now saying about some of the pastimes in Mahaprabhu's Leela, showing how he taught himself and he through his devotees, like Gopala Guru, like Mrigari's story we saw, especially Namacharya Haridas Thakur, all that. And lastly, we saw how Mahaprabhu glorified holy name. In the most deep state of his ecstasy, he composed those Shikshashtaka prayers. The beginning, at least 3-4 of them are focused on holy name only. The most accessible, most powerful, most merciful form of Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give this. Swaprema namamritam atyudaram. He's come to give the highest, the love of Krishna through this holy name. That's why he's most munificent. Apamaram yah vitatara gaura Krishna janebhyas. I offer my respects to him. Thank you very much for all of your participation, enthusiasm. I seek all of your blessings to try to attempt to follow these wonderful teachings of Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any comments? Any?
Thank you very much, Prabhuji,
Any
for
additions? Hare
and
Krishna.
narrating the second anga of the devotional service. I would request the devotees to share their comments or reflections. Thank you, Prabhuji. You made it very interactive.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, sorry for my ignorance. There are two doubts in the past times I wanted to ask. That by Gopala, he will tell Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhu.
Actually, there are two versions of this. I heard it telling to someone, another devotee, and Mahaprabhu quotes this. At another version, I heard is Mahaprabhu himself was that devotee who was, like that. So was that the question?
Yeah, I wanted to know to whom it was.
To whom it tells.
And then in the Ramachandra Bishwas pastime, Mahaprabhu will embrace Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. Okay.
Correct. He doesn't give any attention to Ramchandra Vishwas. Yeah. That was a surprise, actually. Mahaprabhu is the most well-behaved, but he doesn't even acknowledge Ramchandra Vishwas. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Go ahead, Mataji.
Go ahead, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranams. Thanks for the wonderful class, Prabhu. I have one doubt, Prabhu. Like in the middle of Sankirtana, if we keep chanting to finish our rounds, is it aparadha or what, Prabhu?
In one sense, if we are in the middle of Sankirtan, it's better to absorb, because that's very most powerful forum, because all are chanting, that great Shakti of Vaishnavas is there. And that's the most recommended there. And to chant inattentively is told as mother of offenses. So why to, in the situation you described, we are not paying attention to either japa or Sankirtan also. We are not respecting Sankirtan also.
Yes,
so it's better to respect one of the limbs. Say if we are not able to attend Sankirtana, we offer respects to the performance of Sankirtana and we go aside and chant attentively. If we are able to, if we have time, then why not participate in Sankirtana so that we can do japa very nicely later. So
yes,
with that mode, we should approach. So we need not feel that haste, that avyagratvam.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Hare
Only in
Krishna.
times where we don't get time
Yeah.
to complete our rounds.
So we can offer respects that Sankirtana is performed. We can feel that regret that I am not able to take part. And from there, we proceed to chant our japa, because we have vowed to chant the holy names 16 rounds attentively. So we should follow it as much as sincerely as possible. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Dandavat.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams. Thanks for the wonderful class and thanks for giving us chances to recite the sloka on this auspicious day, Prabhu. In continuation of what Mataji was asking, in case we have finished our 16 rounds attentively and we would like to do further rounds, when you're listening to a discourse also, it is not correct, no, Prabhu? To the chanting and
One
listening.
devotee was chanting and another commented on it and he offended, no? That pastime comes. I think Ganga Mata Goswami, I believe, she had a habit of chanting, and even in a pravachana she was chanting, and the pravachanakar found fault in her, due to which that pravachanakar was affected badly. She was chanting in great taste. So the point is, we should offer respect. We should very respectfully chant Adarat Anudinam. So even when we are doing extra, we should never lose that respect. That's why it's told we do extra rounds with great respect. It's not that somehow we are chanting and pulling, I want to do this many rounds, and no matter what I am, whatever I'm doing, I'm just, with great respect. That shows our way to receive Krishna. So in that mood, even extra rounds also, we can chant. There means we are traveling, we are chanting. Prabhupada always had a bead bag around him, whether walking, he's talking, he's always would chant. That you can always see a quality of a devotee. Doesn't waste time. Immediately either chants holy name or remembers Krishna through some Bhagavatam verse, or talks about Krishna like that. So it is okay in the sense that, we need not take that strict solitude which we do for our 16 rounds of japa. At the same time, we should do extra, keeping the principle of respect, affection intact. That is also told, like that. Hope
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
it.
Thank you so much, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I have such a request for you.
Yeah.
How do we make ourselves attentive? Even after 3 rounds or 4 rounds or 5 rounds. There is a very great challenge into the mind and the tongue and the body. Yes.
Yeah. I am also struggling, Prabhu. I am also trying. I would not, advise something in that mood. But surely, what I heard from senior Vaishnavas is, in the middle we can take some break and reflect on what am I doing, and deep understand the significance of what I'm doing. It's important to take pauses in life to know where we are going. And that kind of thoughtfulness, devotees do it in various ways. Sometimes there is something called 4 rounds grouping. 4 rounds, they will just resolve to chant 4 rounds in one way of attention, and then they will break that mind's boredom by doing another. Sometimes devotees do rhythmic, sometimes devotees do emphasis. These are something I am struggling. I am trying to follow, but your eagerness to learn, I think, if you attend some japa seminars, and there are very great practitioners of japa in our movement. Many disciples of Prabhupada, many great Vaishnavas. They can address you better, bro. I am also struggling.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for your suggestion.
I hope we can.
Yeah, we were a very nice, blissful class, Prabhu. We had an opportunity to recite purport at the time of this course. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I seek all of your prayers to try to follow these teachings in the possible methods and associations, the best sincerity possible. Thank you very much. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavat Mahapurana ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sankarshan Prabhu. Hare
Prabhuji, very much. Devotees, I will be ending the Zoom session now. We'll meet again tomorrow morning, same time, Krishna willing. And I wish you all a wonderful Gaura Purnima celebration today evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Just to reminder the devotees, the Gaura Purnima celebration will be happening in the temple tomorrow evening, not today evening. I think all of you would have seen the
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. We got the notification, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.